The world is full of wild conspiracy theories, so much so that we couldn't just limit ourselves to one list.
Harvard study in China says that fluoride lowers children's IQ by 7 points.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for another top 10 conspiracy theories.
When you connect the dots between apparently unconnected people and situations and organizations, that's when the tapestry appears and you go, whoa.
For this list, we're looking at hypotheses and theories that suggest people have hidden or brought about a certain event or situation that is usually against the law or destructive to others.
And obviously everyone wondered if he had actually seen God.
If you don't see a theory you think should be on the list, be sure to check out our videos of the top 10 conspiracy theories of all time and the top 10 crazy conspiracy theories.
Donaldson believes that as the plane climbs toward 14,000 feet, the men below have already locked the heat-seeking weapons.
Number 10. Hitler lived out the rest of his life in Argentina.
It became pretty obvious that the death in the bunker was nothing but, well, fiction. Or maybe somebody died in the bunker, but it wasn't Adolf Hitler.
A number of conspiracy theories are attached to famous figures in history, and Adolf Hitler is no different. With the Allies closing in and the war all but over, Hitler committed suicide in his bunker with his wife, Eva Braun. British authors Simon Dunstan and Gerard Williams have a different theory about Hitler's end, however. They believe that the Fuhrer didn't actually kill himself, but rather escaped to Argentina, and body doubles were shot instead.
Prevorrò, perché era un recién neolaureado en historia, de investigar bonariamente la muerte de Hitler.
According to their book, Grey Wolf, The Escape of Adolf Hitler, the married couple settled down and had 2 daughters in South America before dying in 1962.
This was during 1947.
Estuvo Hitler ahí, sí. Tuvo 3 días. Eso yo sí. Eso yo porque vimos los choferes y todo. El padre Mónica también, pero nosotros tenemos que callarlo la boca.
This idea has been widely dismissed by historians, though, who claim that the theory has no substance.
We got to the age of information when the truth should be out there, so let's get it out. That's what we're trying to do.
Number 9. Josef Mengele and the Land of the Twins.
But he never looked nobody in his eyes.
From one Nazi to another, Josef Mengele, also known as the Angel of Death, was assigned the task of discovering how twins were produced, in the hopes that this information could increase the Aryan birth rate.
These are all identical twins used for medical experiment. Hundreds of twins from all over Europe were brought to this camp. They were numbered, but their origin and even their names are unknown.
According to one theory, Mengele was successful, just not in Germany. He was said to have fled to Cangeiro Godoy, a small town in Brazil near the end of the war, and continued to visit it in the 60s. This is the same town that has seen as many as 1 in 5 pregnancies result in twins. In fact, the town's official crest has a road sign that welcomes visitors to the Land of the Twins. Historians dispute the idea that Mengele ever actually experimented with twins there, while geneticists believe biological factors explain the twin phenomenon.
In all, Mengele murdered 3,000 twins. Some after chemicals were injected directly into their eyeballs. His aim? To turn the color of eyes from inferior brown to Aryan blue.
Number 8. Lost Cosmonauts.
Are you from another planet? It's Gagarin. Gagarin went into space.
Yuri Gagarin was the first human to journey to outer space. Or was he? According to the Lost or Phantom Cosmonauts conspiracy theory, Gagarin was the first human to survive the journey, but he was not the first sent to space.
Rumors of lost cosmonauts have been around since at least 1965.
Allegedly, the Soviet Union launched at least 2 unsuccessful manned spaceflights before Gagarin's. However, any information about these flights was concealed from the public because of the ongoing Cold War. Though most of the state's formerly restricted information has become available since the collapse of the USSR, there has been little uncovered to support this particular theory.
While the lost cosmonaut theory itself may not hold up to scrutiny, one thing's for sure: when it comes to Soviet Russia, there's plenty of stuff they don't want you to know.
Number 7. MH370 landed on Diego Garcia. Since the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 on March 8, 2014, there have been a number of theories that have emerged surrounding the incident.
Whoever was piloting this aircraft was trying to avoid detection.
One theory claims that the plane was headed towards a U.S. military base on Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean, but was shot down by U.S. forces who feared that the plane may have been attempting an attack on the base. While the FBI has disputed those allegations, the lack of an actual explanation for the disappearance means that this theory likely won't go away anytime soon.
One thing you learn in any form of accident investigation is you rule nothing out.
Number 6. Shakespeare didn't write all his plays.
Could it be true that the greatest writer in the English language was as fictional as his plays?
Did the most famous playwright of all time even exist? Probably yes. But he may not have written all of his plays, at least according to this theory. Some people claim that William Shakespeare was just a pen name used by a number of different writers.
I want to thank my actors. It's a great acting has brought my words to life.
Then there are others who believe in the Oxfordian theory of Shakespeare authorship, which claims that the 17th century Earl of Oxford, Edward de Vere, actually wrote what's considered to be the Bard's work.
Promise me you'll keep our secret safe, that you won't expose Shakespeare.
These alternative authorship theories have gained some traction due to the lack of biographical information about Shakespeare's life, but they are generally disregarded among English historians.
Bilderberg Group. Since 1954, there's an annual meeting of influential and important personalities, politicians, military, businessmen, and nobles. Initially, it was due to the invitation of Prince Bernhard of Holland in the Dutch hotel de Bilderberg. Conversations and interviews are never made public, but the fans of the conspiracies know that the oil crisis and the assassinations of Olof Palme was agreed upon here. Something that could be classified as the tip of the iceberg of the number of the world order decisions taken here. In the present, this group has the idea of reducing the world population. 4. Area 51. Did you think the alien stories were just a thing of the movies? Well, they're not. Aliens have visited us here, and Area 51 military base in Nevada hides many secrets. For many years, rumor has it this base is storing the remains of a flying saucer, which crashed in 1947 in New Mexico. Along with the remains is the alien crew. The experts in UFOs already knew this decades ago, before the researchers of Area 51 took advantage of the extraterrestrial technology in the remains of the spaceship. According to some witnesses, they developed totally new weapons and flying devices. 3. Assassination of JFK. 50 years ago, on November 22, 1963, Lee Harvey Oswald assassinated, with 2 rifle shots, John F. Kennedy, the President of the United States at the time. However, the responsible was caught, but he was the victim of the attack 2 days after his capture. Since then, there are many theories about whether he acted alone or was part of a plot. Many believe the Mafia was behind it. Others say the CIA, the Cubans, or the exiled Cubans. Even the director of the FBI at the time and his successor are some suspects of murder. 2. September 11th attacks. On September 11th, 2001, several terrorists hijacked 2 commercial planes and crashed them into the Twin Towers. They collapsed. Architects, engineers, and scientists from around the world have assured it's impossible that after the impacts, the tower could fall, and no matter how much fuel the aircraft had, it's also not possible to melt a steel structure like that of the towers. They claim there were several explosions controlled by the secret services who organized the attack. 1. The Illuminati. If you thought they were only real in the movie The Da Vinci Code, then you're wrong. In 1776, Adam Weishaupt founded the Order of the Illuminati. The Duke of Bavaria prohibited it 9 years later, but conspiracy fans insist the Illuminati exists today, and that they even had something to do with the French Revolution. The symbol of the Illuminati is found on the dollar bills. The eye of the pyramid is taken as a proof that the Illuminati also had something to do with the founding of the USA. And even today, they say they control all aspects of modern life: the economy, the media,